Hi, I'm Chris Self, Technical Solutions Architect and 21-year veteran here at InSource. I'm excited to present you with some new ideas to consider as a manufacturer or other industrial concern regarding maximizing your physical assets using cloud technologies. You're probably using the cloud, as it were, in many ways today, and there are growing opportunities to leverage this game changer in the realm of operations management. So let's get started. Your entire organization is very likely concerned with staying competitive and creating happy customers. Many of the clients we talk to are looking to improve in many ways, including quality, speed, dependability, flexibility, and cost. InSource has been working with our clients for over 20 years to help them improve operations in many ways. The first and often forgotten component is creating a competent workforce who can execute good manufacturing practices and standardized work processes in a disciplined way every day. Do we need technology? Sure, it's critical to support the best decision-making possible. We leverage all these things to improve in areas such as asset performance. Familiar terms come into play like downtime, utilization, and perhaps overall equipment effectiveness, or OEE. This topic will be my focus for the next few minutes. Many want to run their business based on measured data. They want to become infocentric or data-driven. Let's look at OEE and unpack the essentials as a quick overview of how to begin managing by the numbers. OEE is a composite key performance indicator composed of three primary metrics: availability, performance, and quality. Availability is the ratio of running or producing time to the available time to run in a given time period and takes into account planned and unplanned events. This metric is where most of our clients start, and they often have been collecting and reporting on this data manually and using Excel for analytics and reporting. Performance is a throughput metric that is the ratio of actual throughput versus the theoretical maximum throughput for that asset. Quality is the ratio of good, saleable end products to the total products that were produced. These three make up the composite OEE percentage and can be used to compare performance of similar or even dissimilar equipment. Let's talk about challenges that people face in the manufacturing organizations every day. Many of our clients face daunting challenges to producing high-quality products, delivering on time, staying in compliance. The list is pretty long. Every day we see operations that are running all out. They're firefighting, dealing with employee turnover, lack of expertise in the organization. Again, the list is pretty long. This way of operating often outweighs the necessary continuous improvement activities required to remain competitive. Making improvement requires capital, people power, and a virtual guarantee of no interruption of production along the way. Traditional improvement projects that include new technologies are often high hurdles and present a myriad of challenges. InSource believes that cloud computing offers a different paradigm that you should consider as a relief valve to your considerable challenges in this area. That might be kind of a sad story, and you may be asking, so what's new? What should I be considering? Tracking utilization and downtime and OEE requires that you know the targets for these metrics for your equipment and some way of capturing that data in a system that provides for storage, tracking, etc. The genesis of this data is often traditional control systems like PLCs and can be handled with newer methods like the Internet of Things or IoT. Getting this data to the cloud is usually straightforward, and this cloud-based system provides data storage, analytics, reporting, proactive notifications. This data should now be considered a company asset, not unlike your physical machinery and facilities. The difference being your physical assets can be insured and easily replaced, while if your data disappears or is never captured at all, that intellectual property is gone forever. The cloud approach offers many advantages, such as eliminating the need to purchase and configure computing resources on your site. That's handled by other people in the cloud. Analytics and reporting clients are zero install and typically web-based, which leads to improved access via mobile devices like tablets and smartphones. The network bandwidth requirements are remarkably small, and because of all these things, the need for IT resources and expertise is lower for projects like this. Cloud computing typically comes with subscription-based licensing, which significantly lowers the barrier to entry and is funded by operating budgets and not necessarily capital expenditures. So hopefully I've piqued your interest. So let's see an example of what's possible for your operations in this area. Consider how operating your plant could be different or improved by providing the right tools to your teams to make better, faster decisions about what to do next. Would the dynamics change in your daily production meetings or your shift change meetings if you knew up-to-the-minute status of your production lines and exactly what happened last night? InSource is sure that things would change for the better based on before and after scenarios at clients we've worked with in the past. Often it's like night and day when you have great tools and your people have been trained not only on how to use the tools, but they've been coached and mentored on how to adopt and integrate the tools into routines as they get things done every day. Looking at our current view into production, the equipment status on the left clearly shows some of our equipment with green icons are running, and others like the capper and the palletizer are down and need immediate attention. You can see lots of information about Palletizer 1, such as it is currently down with some unplanned event, and we'll see details on that later. But for now, we also see that there is a production run in progress, so it's important we get the equipment back online as soon as possible. There are other contextual details such as the work crew assigned to Palletizer 1, the product being run, as well as the specific work order or production order assigned to this equipment. All good information to know and track about each asset on the line. Let's see more detail on the production run that's in progress. The plan is to make 540 cases, which should take 3 hours based on the theoretical production rate of Palletizer 1. And that comes into play in the performance calculation for OEE. We'll see that in a minute. The production progress indicator shows graphically that we have made 361 cases, and there is some daylight between that and the target bar showing 451. Obviously, the palletizer is behind schedule as the planned completion was 8:51, but due to downtime, we can expect the completion at 1:33, which is great information for production people, planners, and others to know. New plans can be developed for future work on this asset, and clients can be notified their delivery may be late. It's better to know than to guess and be wrong. Here is OEE, or Overall Equipment Effectiveness, in action for our palletizer. With a target in the high 90s, 39% leaves a lot of room for improvement. We've taken hits in availability with excessive downtime, which we'll see more detail on that later. Our performance or throughput is not close to target, and our quality, while not perfect, is looking a little better. We see we have 331 cases of good production and 30 wasted cases. Coming back to how the palletizer has been utilized, let's dig deeper and look for data to help find the root cause for so much downtime. We can see that the palletizer has been down most of the past hour. Looking at longer time frames, the story does not get much better, as it was running only some 40% of the available time. The Gantt chart view shows a granular view of the various states the palletizer has been in over the past shift, and there's a lot of red there. The last occurrence was a broken conveyor belt, which lasted 32 minutes. If you're wondering how often this has caused problems, it actually shows up in the number 1 slot in the top 5 in both number of occurrences and total downtime. This should be of keen interest to the maintenance team. So what needs to be investigated? The vendor of that belt? Is there an alignment problem on the shaft? Whatever it is, someone needs to address it soon. What does detailed analysis of our OEE reveal to us about our operation? Our utilization dashboard shows not only availability and downtime components, but other KPIs like mean time to failure and mean time to repair. Again, likely interesting numbers to the maintenance team. The detailed engineering-oriented person will appreciate the analysis shown here, showing the exact events that occurred, which may well lead to problems solved in a much shorter time frame. Well, let's check our quality component details. We see our total production as well as the waste, and it's looking pretty good overall at 96%. There's a lot more to show about data entry and detailed analysis, but we hope you get the idea from what you've seen so far. Let's bring this to a close with a quick review and suggested next steps if what you've seen is of interest to you. What sorts of improvements does your organization need to make in terms of customer satisfaction? Is it on-time deliveries, flexibility, and production capability. There are many benefits that can be had when you're collecting and analyzing your operational data as you've seen so far. Getting started is simple. Call InSource, and we can engage a team to help you define your short and long-term requirements. Choose the right scope for Phase 1 and get it implemented and see the results in a relatively short time period. Thank you for watching.